Rain pounded the cracked forest road as Aaron Das rode his trembling motorcycle toward the abandoned Kendua Forest hostel. The headlight flickered nervously, as if afraid to shine on the vines and twisted branches waiting in the dark. Arun was a documentary researcher sent to investigate the mysterious disappearance of 5 tourists in 1993. Locals had warned him again and again not to go, telling him that the problem was not ghosts, but something else. Yet he didn't believe in superstitions. But when lightning flashed across the sky, he caught sight of a woman standing in the forest, a bent, unnatural figure with hair covering her face. When he blinked, she was gone. Inside the hostel, the air smelled of rotting wood and something far worse. The walls were covered with scratched warnings. Leave before it hears you, and do not turn round when it whispers. Arun began filming his introduction, but the moment he spoke, he felt a cold breath on the back of his neck, a whisper soft, too close, too intimate. He spun around, but the hall behind him was empty. His skin prickled with an instinctive terror he couldn't explain. Later that night, his camera captured a shadow gliding across the corridor bent, shifting and moving as though it had no bones. When he followed it, the whisper returned, this time brushing the inside of his ear. Don't follow. He reached room 11, where the missing tourists had last been heard screaming. Inside, sound disappeared entirely. No echoes, no airflow. The room swallowed noise. The closet was jammed shut, and when he forced it open, dried blood streaks covered the inner walls. Then a whisper slipped into the silence. It hears you. The closet slammed shut. Terrified, Arun ran into the corridor, only to find the lights dead and the darkness unnaturally thick. His flashlight revealed a tall figure at the far end, its neck stretched like wet cloth, its face smooth, no eyes, no mouth, no nose. Yet it whispered behind, you. When he turned, another version of him stood there, hollow-eyed, wide-mouthed copy, smiling horribly with too many teeth. Arun's scream echoed through the hostile. He fled into the forest, branches whipping his skin. Behind him, something breathed a long, continuous inhale. Not human, not animal. The woman from the road appeared again, her head bent so low, her hair dragged along the leaves. She slid toward him without lifting her feet, whispering in a voice that sounded like many voices layered together. Why did you come? By dawn, he had barely reached a nearby village. The old watchman listened to his story with terror in his eyes. He explained that the thing Arun encountered wasn't he, a ghost, but a Kolotma hollow soul created when someone dies after extreme trauma, losing their identity completely. Such a being copies others' faces, voices, footsteps to replace them, and once it whispers behind someone, it follows them forever. Arun tried to rationalize it as hallucination, until he reviewed his camera. In every moment he heard a whisper. The footage revealed a figure inches behind him, sometimes tall, sometimes crawling, sometimes wearing his face. In one clip, as he inspected the closet in room 11. A skinless version of himself peeked from the crack and whispered, "You came to replace me." The haunting continued even after he returned home. Self-moving shadows, breathing in the shower, his reflection smiling on its own, footsteps around his bed. One night he received a video from his own number showing himself sleeping, filmed by a hand that wasn't his. Muddy footprints later appeared by his window. Desperate, Arun returned to the hostel with a monk who specialized in spirit rituals. The monk explained that the original Victor Mira singer from the 1993 group had died with a shattered mind, creating the Kolonatma. The only way to stop it was to complete her lost identity using her locket, which Arun carried. Back inside room 11, sound vanished again. Arun placed the locket on the floor. The walls trembled. The faceless woman emerged, body twitching, limbs bending like broken wood. Her screams sliced the silence, a layered, impossible sound bursting from a featureless face. The monk chanted until the locket pulled the spirit inside, collapsing the twisted form into a thin line of smoke. The whispers stopped. For a while, life returned to normal. No more shadows, no more breathing, no more footsteps. Arun believed the nightmare had ended till 1 year later. While reviewing old footage, he discovered a frame he had never seen before, a figure standing behind him during the ritual. His own face, smiling, too wide, too still. That night, in the quiet of his living room, he heard the familiar whisperer again, soft enough to freeze the blood in his veins. "You didn't replace me. I replaced you."